I have reached my breaking point. I had really high hopes that having my cervical polyp removed would make my periods a lot lighter. Much to my enormous disappointment, the opposite has occurred. If I thought that my periods were heavy before, 2019 has taught me a whole new definition of that word. Due to such heavy bleeding every month, I have anemia and take an iron pill every day. At the gym, often I would find myself exhausted after just 20 minutes, and even sometimes have dizzy spells. Thank goodness that I'm lucky enough to be able to work out of my house, as my bleeding has been so bad that I have to change my tampon every 20 minutes. For a week every month, I feel like I'm a prisoner in my own house. And then there was the horrible night back in March that I woke up at 3:30 in the morning thinking that I had peed the bed. I awoke cold and wet and thinking, seriously, am I incontinent now too? I jumped out of bed and turned on the light to find that I hadn't wet the bed, but instead had bled everywhere. It looked like a homicide had occurred. It was quite the horrifying scene. I was so angry, having to get up at the time that it was, the middle of the night, strip the bed, strip myself, throw everything into the washer, and take a shower. I was completely disgusted. Then and there, I said to myself, I'm done. Sign me up for this ablation procedure. So I went back to my OBGYN to get info on this ablation procedure. He answered all of my questions, and he gave me a lot of information on the two ways that the procedure is done, either by burning or by freezing. It was my choice. And that for me to be approved to have the ablation done, a few things had to happen first. I had to have a normal pelvic exam, which we did then and there, and thankfully all normal. I then had to have a normal saline ultrasound, followed by a normal endometrial biopsy. We scheduled the ultrasound for another visit, and a couple of weeks later I went back for that. Not fun, but at least since I'd had it done before, I knew what to expect, and that time I came prepared for the wet pants afterwards. I had to go back a week later for those results. And of course, there was a problem. I had a uterine polyp. Seriously? Again, I was told that the polyp could be the cause of the much worse bleeding that I was having, and of course, it needed to be removed. And the way to do that is surgery. Just what I didn't want to hear. Can't anything just go smoothly? So I had to do all sorts of pre-op stuff in my doctor's office and at the hospital so that I could get prepared for this operation. Never a dull moment. Anyways, in my next video, I'll tell you all about my fun surgical procedure. Anyways, the holidays are here, so I probably won't post a video next weekend, but hopefully I'll be back at it the week after. Until then, I wish you all the happiest of holiday seasons. May the new year be your best year yet. And to all that cross your path, please be kind. Thanks for watching. Dear Santa, I've been a very good girl this year. For Christmas, I have just one wish. Please let me never get my period again. Love, Denise.